What's up, guys? DrDrum here, and today I would like to start off by saying Happy New Year. Also, since it is New Year, I will be doing a special. This is my 100th video, and since it is my 100th video, we are going to do something new. I haven't done this before yet. I've practiced it a little bit a few months ago, but now we're actually going to do it. We are starting a Civilization series. Yes, I know, we've kind of done it before on the channel, but that was with a custom map we made ourselves. That series failed. I'm sorry, guys, that failed. We're going to restart it with the same map, but for now, I'd like to do this. And this is going to be the first episode of many, hopefully, and yeah, let's get right into it. So, first thing to be happening is Civilization will exist. Civilization, let me just make kind of a little thing, a circle where it is. So Civilization is going to start where pretty much it did actually start, which was basically around here in the Middle East, like this area. It was basically this, and there. Oh, no, not there, but like here. This is where Civilization started, with like these three places. So, yeah, we're just gonna wing it and see what happens. So, we're gonna go ahead and start right here. So, Civilization will come together, and after many, many years, they will kind of make like a little Civilization type thing. This will be the red team, and they are going to be a thing. By the way, before we continue, I would like to say a few things. Eddie's Pro, I would like to say thank you for the inspiration for this. This is all inspiration from him, so keep that in mind. All of this, I'm inspired to do this series by him. All credits go to him, Eddie's Pro. Search him up. Maybe it's Eddie's Pro. I'm sorry, don't know how to pronounce it. I'm dumb. But yeah, look at his YouTube channel if you can. Search up ADIZZPRO. Well, let's get back to the video. So, as you can see, the red team will start branching out a little bit towards northern Egypt and a little bit of Libya. And there we go. They will remain about right there. But within the red team, people are starting to have split decisions. One of these split decisions is whether or not they are going to continue growing. Since they have recently developed language, we will make a language map and culture map and all that stuff. We'll get to that. For now, we're going to stick with this. Since they have actually recently made, they have figured out a language that everyone can speak. They're obviously discussing things, and they're debating whether they should, keep going at all. Should they keep going this way, or keep going this way? So, it's a very tough decision, and so, naturally, part of the team splits. This part decides to split off and start expanding more east, and this team decides to stay where it is, and the team that wanted to expand west they don't exist because they just don't want to because this government outruled that anyways, but they did let these guys expand east. So they wrap around, and then we find the first discovery of islands where they go to the very tip top of Cyprus and discover it. So they discover Cyprus, and then eventually, after a few years, claim it as their own. So this is how it's looking right now, and this is how it's going to look for a bit, as we have some more stuff to talk about with this red team. So now the red team is starting to get a lot of lashing back. The public's lashing back at the government. I just say that, yeah. The public is lashing back at the government because they're like, well, what are you doing about the people that want to expand west? Shouldn't we have some sort of compromise? Or should we keep everyone happy? These are the thoughts the government and the people both have. However, the government is very hesitant on doing this, as it could easily cripple them if they were to expand any more as the blue team is. But then the public starts to say, well, it's working out pretty good for the blue team. Why don't we do it ourselves if we take it more carefully and slowly? So the red team says, okay, alright, yes. We will have a little bit of a compromise here where we'll take some land but also pretty much remain the same. Just take a bit around here. So they do exactly that. They take a little bit of land right there. And that's basically all they're gonna do for now. But now we gotta look at the blue team, which recently, after doing the very hard thing of claiming the entire island of Cyprus, which was probably the hardest thing they've done recently, because it's an island and boats are still pretty new and all that stuff, and it's just basically a bunch of tribes. Actually, government's gonna lose hold, and so a new tribe/nation arrives and takes over almost all the island, which is the tiny little tip there, being a few little towns and stuff that are very small from these guys, and a few colonies, but that's it. And the blue team looks at the yellow team and says, what do you think you're doing? And so, gotta get really small here because the yellow team's small. They decide to, like, just say, well, no. And they start rushing the yellow team, and then they double pump their capital. That's not a real capital yet. It's not a real capital, guys. It's like a fake capital, because they don't have established capitals, but they double pump their biggest town, and the squad is happy, and they've been jugged and revived, and yeah, the yellow team's gone. That was fast. We've already had a nation defeated. Obviously, it wasn't a formal declaration of war, as they don't even have, like, elected people yet. It's just a tribe running around and barely agreeing on things. And so, as I said, barely agreeing on things. Notice that for the coming videos, they're not going to be agreeing on pretty much anything. I guess, no, they haven't discovered all of this. Every video I'm gonna show y'all, like, what they've discovered so far. Basically, so far, they've discovered this, just about, like this, and then they've discovered all of this. Right there. That's what they've discovered. Everything in this yellow circle, they have 100% pretty much discovered, and they are working on going to. Except for this far. Let me kind of fix this. They've not discovered Crete yet. They've just discovered around Crete. And there we go. Like, they haven't discovered this part. So, yeah, that's what they've discovered, and that's what they're working with. So, the red team starts to say, well, we kind of like these waters, so they're going to go ahead and put some boats here to fish, and also for protection, because there's, like, other tribes that aren't actually tribes yet, that are all over the place, that are just people that aren't in a nation, and those are going to start joining. Then we have one last thing before this, pretty much before this part of the, before this team stops doing stuff, is they're going to expand a bit more down here. Oops, didn't mean to do that, sorry. Yeah, they're just going to expand a bit more down here and wrap around a bit right there. So there we go. That's what they're doing, and the blue team is slowly expanding. Their plan is basically to get, like, out here and, like, take all this. That's essentially their plan. But now we have a huge new thing coming out. It's called, like, business. They're thinking of business. So, yeah, business is starting to exist. Currency, not really. Mainly people trading. So, yeah, trading and marketing is a thing. Markets are starting to slowly exist, and people are starting to trade. These markets are really just stations where people trade goods, trade items, trade probably people, because this is, like, the 900s. No, actually, it's like the 100s. So don't expect much of them. Then they're also trading animals as well. That's a thing. So yeah, trading a lot of stuff. It's very interesting. Actually, I think we're still in the BC. Yeah, we're still in BC. Yeah, so they're trading, and that's kind of interesting. And now the red team's starting to think, well, what if our two tribes traded? And the blue team's like, maybe. And so the red team starts talking. They're like, hey, what if we do some bigger trades? Say, give us a bit of your land in exchange for our land. This never been done before. No, it's not an alliance. It'll be like hundreds and hundreds, maybe even 1,000 years away. But they're just gonna go ahead and say, sure. But very slowly, this blue team is drifting away from the culture of the red team. Very slowly. I mean, like, very slowly. Like, their culture is starting to get a little bit more different, I guess you could say. Like, the red team language is kind of getting a bit different, but they're going to go ahead and make that trade. So they're going to go ahead and take this. In exchange, the blue team will get a portion of this little modern-day Egypt and this island, and there we go. That's it. So basically, yeah, it's just a quick land exchange, and they get a bit more right there. So yeah, that's the land exchange. Basically, these guys are now just going this way, and these guys are going this way. So it's very weird. But that's what's happening with them. The next thing to be occurring is basically just more like development. They're starting to develop more interesting ways of houses, and also kind of more towns. They very briefly had a little bit of town development a little bit before this, but now they're really starting to have some town development. And this also causes us to have a town map thingy. And so we're gonna go ahead and make a new layer. Add new layer. And now we have this up. Yes, I know it's a lot of stuff on the screen. For this layer, there's gonna be the capitals and the little towns. So for the capitals, we're gonna put yellow. Actually, sorry. For the capitals, we're gonna put a yellow, and for the little towns, it's gonna be a smaller yellow. So basically, here's where their capital is gonna be. It's gonna be right where they started, which is about right there. And then where these guys started was about, I would say here. So yeah, their two capitals are extremely close to each other. Yes, I know. I'm sorry. They're very close to each other. But, yep. That's basically what this is. So, yep. Yep, we have the capitals, and that's cool. So, yep, those are the two. We'll work on smaller towns later. But, for now, I'm gonna take another look at these guys real quick. One last thing with the red team before, yep, this video is probably going to be nearly over, is they're going to go ahead and make their very first kind of weapon. Yeah, it's going to be like a wooden spear, kind of like a sword in a way. Gonna be weird. We'll see. Yeah, we'll figure it out. But, yep, that's basically the end of this video. Make sure to like and subscribe and comment. And, DrDrum is about to be out. Wait, not out yet. I would like to say thank you so much, everyone, for subscribing to my channel. We are now at, I believe, 57 subscribers, which is great news. We have, since it is the 1st of 2025, yes, you heard me correctly, 2025, if you're living in the areas with the Georgian map, calendar. If you're not, and you're living in, like, China or North Korea, where the year's, like, 100-something, this don't apply to you. But, Happy New Year's, everyone. This is going to be released on January 1st. This is a subscriber special, and also a 100 video special, and also a New Year special. So this is a triple whammy special. Yeah. So make sure to hit that subscribe button so that we can get to what do we want to get to? 100 subscribers, and then eventually 500. 500 is my goal for about maybe a year or two. In 2 years, if we can get to 500 and about 3 million shorts views, which, yes, I know it's insane, but I gotta get that subscribe factor editor note real quick. One DrDrum here. What I'll just say, yeah, gotta get that. So yeah,
When
make sure to
I was saving this map,
the map like unsaved and deleted. So yes, I'm very sorry, but this will be a special. This series will not be happening. Very sorry. But this was also supposed to come out on New Year's. Sorry, couldn't get it up in time. Happy New Year's, I guess. Late Happy New Year's. So, sorry about that, but I would like to say I very much hope you all can understand that it was a mishap and I accidentally did it. So, sorry. Please subscribe.